be a father of a 3-year-old child helps?
Yeah. Yes, that's definitely been a big part of my life, is having, and I think that's a big part of what, has kept me going, because we see so many people in this industry that have had similar situations that don't make it. They either sadly pass away or end up never coming back from the darkness. They never step out of the darkness. And I think a lot of it happened in rehab, where I was sitting there going, what is my story that I'm going to be able to tell my son one? Oh. What's the story that I'm going to be able to... Thanks. What's the story that I'm going to be able to tell my son one day? Is it going to be somebody else telling him about his dad? About, your dad got chewed up and spit out by the world, and then he made these horrible, these bad decisions, and he didn't make it. And what would that mean for him moving forward if anything happened to him? Or am I going to be able to, or am I going to be able to tell him when he's in moments in his life that he's struggling with, that I understand and that I've been through? This is what I've been through, and there's a way to move. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and you have two options, Drake. You can fall down. Use a boxing metaphor so I can get out of this very emotional state that I'm in right now. You can stay down on the mat, and your son can say, yeah, my dad fought the big fight, but he got knocked out. Or I could say that, the mat is no place for a champion and a winner. So no matter what this world throws at you, however hard the punches are, if you can find the strength to get back up and walk towards your opponent, they can beat you to a bloody pulp. But as long as you go the distance, you stay up, then you can find victory. And when I was in rehab, I kept telling myself that. I said, you can either show your son that you can find victory, or you can show him that this world can destroy you. So that gave me the strength to kind of say, no, my story, that's not my story. My story isn't on the mat with the bell ringing. That's not, sorry. I'm going to get up, and you're going to have to, do a lot more damage than that to keep me from moving forward. And that moving forward is finding the tools to change and finding ways to become a better person and to react to things differently and to change behaviors and to learn from everything you've been through in life. And through that, you have the ability to move forward and be a better person and have a a fruitful and I mean, I want to say a happy life, but we are in the real world and things are always going to happen and but having those tools that when those things happen now, being able to navigate a healthy path and a
Yes.
successful path through those things.
I guess right now you have different and special tools. I'm talking about your child. I'm a father of 3 too, so I guess sometimes the laugh of your child,
Yeah.
The way that he touch you
Yeah.
or need you or hug you, it's a kind of a big power
Yeah.
to go through a lot of things,
Yeah.
deal with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's very hard because life is hard and it's hard for everybody. But there's some persons that have special situations, like in our case, both of us have a divorced parents,
Yeah.
and of course, these moments start to giving you some paths or some situation that's gonna hurt
Yeah. Yeah.
after.
Yeah, and I think that's, there's something that my ex-wife says to me sometimes when she knows I'm going through really difficult situations. She just reminds me, like, your son adores you. Your son loves you more than anything. So what else matters? And when I get told that by her, everything really does just kind of disappear, kind of becomes, what's really important? Why am I letting these outside elements destroy me when my focus should be on him having that view of me for the rest of his life? And of course, as he grows, you're going to find things online about me and everything. So it's important that at that moment, whether he's 10, 12, 14, whatever, is able to look at dad and go, yeah, my dad went through a lot, and my dad made a lot of bad choices. A lot of things happened to him. He's been through a lot. But my dad today is my hero and my best friend.
I'm sure it's gonna be in that way because you were telling me about what I'm going to say to him, and I guess exactly the same that we talked today.
Yeah.
The truth.
Yeah.
When you say the truth, people know what happened, know that somebody is accepting things.
Yeah.
We have a lot of good decisions, and everybody have a bad decisions. So it's life, and I guess it's a good way to teach.
Yeah, and I think that,
son.
like you said, it's showing, like, even though dad's been through these things, he didn't run from them, and he, there's a responsibility you have to take, and I hope that that's something that he can take away and, hopefully learn from. And I think that's something, becoming a father, you want to give your kids everything that you never had, and not have the upbringing that you had. You want to change, you want to give them everything, but also you want them to understand that a responsibility that you need to take when things happen or you do things that you shouldn't have done. And face those things and not, I had a much more eloquent way of saying that in my brain, but it didn't come out.